Athelia exiled, Torvasard defeated, but the danger to existence persists. The tears in the fabric of reality. We need to repair them. How? I suggested a needle and thread, but my master has a different solution. So he sent me to find you. Again. Now, much of this is beyond me. But the Great Eye said you need to take the 3 relics that were used to defeat Athelia and place them near tears and nexus points in the fabric of reality. That should restore the frayed threads of fate. Well, no. You also need to cast a spell to release each relic's energy and send it flowing into the fabric of reality. Here's the spell scroll. And you'll need help, so I'll send one of us to each location to assist you. My tasks never end. Ugh. I'll mark your map. The locations where you need to place the relics are in Westweald, the Telvanni Peninsula, and Apocrypha. Look for one of your allies when you get to each spot. And make sure to bring the scroll and relics. Mortals. I think it must be your pitifully finite existences that make you so impatient. The threads of fate weave through the fabric of reality in complex and very specific patterns. To repair the tears, you must match that inestimable precision. The reasons are unfathomable to the limitations of your mortal mind. But I'll try to explain. Through the machinations of Torvasard and Vargas, and the presence of Athelia, the tears at these specific locations resonate throughout the realms. Exactly! Remember, the relics were created specifically to thwart Athelia's power. The energy they contain, once released by the casting of the spell, should restore the fabric of reality, keeping it from unraveling and repairing it. In theory.
One moment, Proxy. The plan Scroot has brought us sounds tenuous, but we must put our faith in the one who knows. Even with Athelia gone, the tears ripped in the fabric of reality shall continue to spread, like pulling on a loose thread until your tunic unravels. The tears occurred unnaturally, so it is unlikely they will heal without help. If the plan provided by Hermaeus Mora works and the fabric of reality is repaired, then I can use the wisdom Athelia gave me to try to set one last thing to rights. Yes, she allowed me to briefly experience the possibilities of the many paths. Gadain still exists somewhere, I think. If there is a chance. Hope is not something I usually put stock in, but Gadain believed in faith. How could I do less? That does not make the threat or the danger it presents any less real. Apocrypha and the Mundus both are built to top endless metaphors. Now, we have a plan to carry out, I believe. Of course, but perhaps not how you expect. I shall work from here to help stitch the threads of fate back together as you place the relics and cast the spell. Here, take the relics. You will need them for the task ahead. The relics, Mora's spell, and my magic together shall help you repair reality, Proxy.
Scroot, Tribune Alea and I will meet you at the sites, friend.
I'll never get used to those tears in the air. Place the lamp of clarity beneath it. Now use the spell scroll Scroot provided to release the lamp's energy. Look! The tear! It's closing! I think it worked, comrade! Well done! I'll return to Baragon's townhouse. Good luck at the other locations, comrade.
Place the skein of secrets near the reality tear. Now, use the spell scroll to release the relic's energy. It actually worked.
reality tear. I hate those things. Place Abolisher near it, but not too close. Now use Scroot's spell scroll. I think that did it. That was the last relic, right? Let's head back to my townhouse and meet up with the others. That was the last relic and the last reality tear. Let's head back to my townhouse and check with Laramil and Scroot. They can tell us if we preserved reality or not, right?
Comrade, Baragon waits for you upstairs on the balcony. Go talk to him.
The hero of the moment. Come speak with me when you can, friend. I'm glad you're back, friend. Now that the worst of things is over, I thought a celebration was in order, and Count Calantius agreed. Everyone should know what you did for Westweald. Cracked acorns, what you did for all of reality. Most certainly, but Laramil, Tribune Alea, Scroot, Curate Gadain and I probably wouldn't have accomplished what we did without you as our anchor point. And poor Gadain. I know he was a good friend to you and Laramil. And we'll honor him as well. All of us. We were up against threats I can barely comprehend, and we came out on top. If that isn't cause for celebration, I don't know what is. I still find it hard to believe after all that, Ethelia just surrendered. I've been all across Tamriel, even visited places off the continent, and I've been to Oblivion. But I can't picture what a completely different reality even looks like. I suppose it's sort of like when Alea and I were trapped on the many paths. Right. And we're certain she's really gone? That she can't find a way back and start all this trouble again? What am I saying? Of course we are. Even Hermaeus Mora said so. Still, once Torvasard forced us all to remember, history changed. That's not something we're just going to forget. It will be interesting to see the ramifications of a new Daedric prince, even if she's no longer here. It will change our views of the past.
Hey, I want to talk to the heroic mortal too. Baragon insisted on holding a celebration, but he refused every one of the suggestions I made. I'll have you know the Ciphers consider me indispensable at all their social functions. Anyway, good work with the relics. The Great Eye is pleased. There was a lot more to it. The exact relics had to be placed precisely, and a spell provided by a Daedric prince had to be cast perfectly at each location. While it will take reality some time to totally recover, existence is no longer in peril. Oh, totally. They completely expelled every bit of Daedric energy contained within them to restore reality. Now they really are just a lamp, a map, and a sword. Well, not quite. While Hermaeus Mora appreciates everything you've done as Fate's chosen, he told me he wants to speak to you one last time. Whenever is convenient, of course. So mingle, talk to your allies, then look for my master's portal. Not permanently, I don't think. Probably just wants to reward you. The Great Eye knows how much you mortals appreciate shiny objects. But to be safe, I suggest you talk to all your allies first. Last farewells and all that. Mortal, Hermaeus Mora demands an audience when you finish talking to your allies. This portal will take you to him.
When you are ready, I shall accompany you, Proxy.
I suggest you speak to whoever you wish before entering the portal. Just in the unlikely event that you never return.
Allow me to talk to Hermaeus Mora first, Proxy.
Meramil, I summoned Fate's Chosen. Why are you here?
Pardon the impertinence, but we have done everything you asked. Now I have a request, Prince of Fate. Help me understand what Athelia showed me.
The many paths. You seek the return of the mortal, Gadain. It is within my power to do this for a loyal servant, but there will be a cost. It is done. One day, Liramil, you who are called the Wise, I shall claim my due for this little boon. Be prepared to pay the cost at that time.
I understand, and I accept.
Now, leave us. Chosen of Fate, approach. We will have words. Know that you have done everything I asked of you, and more, Chosen. You far exceeded my considerable expectations. Now, with reality preserved and set right, we have one last matter to deal with. Athelia, the Prince of Paths, has been exiled from this reality, never to return. Now, I must once more remove her from memory. For the sake of existence, she must once more be forgotten. Not everything. Everyone will remember that the mortal realm was threatened, and that you saved them. What they will not remember is Athelia. Miramor will be one more abandoned Oblivion plane, and the name Athelia will mean nothing. No, consider that my parting gift to you. You and I shall remember Athelia and her scions, the glory of Miramor, a reality that could have been. Now the contract between us is concluded. Return to your world with the thanks of the one who knows. Despite our vast differences, we do share one trait: curiosity. Very well. Ask your questions, and pray that my answers do not shatter your mortal mind. A hint of insolence lurks in that query. Are you convinced two Daedric princes to change course? Do you doubt your own convictions? No matter. Athelia has gone to a reality where she has no power, and you destroyed the only path between here and there. I am Daedra, the one who knows. I see infinite possibilities arrayed before me, but not necessarily the final path. In you, I saw potential, but I could not determine how that potential would be realized. That is your power, mortal. Use it wisely. Miramor and its denizens shall be known from this point forth. But who they were and who they served will remain a mystery. Now, they are masterless. Their plane a shattered ruin. Any that remain in your world will be dealt with or depart in time. No. Even if you try to remind them, they will not remember Athelia. They cannot remember. You have proven yourself capable and worthy of my confidence. You, and you alone, shall remember. Let my word go forth. Purge Ethereum from every mind in our shared reality, now and for eternity. No glyphics, no repressed memories, just you and I, as the last witnesses to the existence of the Prince of Paths. We were bound by this threat to reality. Now, we share this final secret. Farewell, mortal.
Gadain, the one who knows spoke true.
Laramil? Friend, what's going on? The last thing I remember, friend, we were exploring an Ayleid ruin, looking for something to stop. The more I try to remember, the less I can recall. What happened to me, my friend? I did what now? I fell into a pit of some sort? And Hermaeus Mora brought... No matter. Since this seems to be a celebration, I take it we accomplished... whatever it was we were up to in that ruin. Well, that's good. I knew we could do it. Never doubted it for an instant. I'm glad we won, my friend. And that we're all here to celebrate our victory. I see Laramil over there. You should go and talk to her. I'll join you in a moment.
Friend, I'd like to say a few words about what we accomplished.
One more moment, Baragon. I need to speak with our friend first. I knew you were special the moment I met you, Proxy. No, you are Proxy no more. You are just my friend. We stopped Vermina and Periite, defeated Torvasard, saved Necrom and Westweald. But I feel there was something else. Something important. Do not tease me with nonsense words, friend. I am just grateful that Gadain has been returned to us, and that the one who knows has given me one more reward to bestow upon you. Now let us allow Baragon to make his speech and celebrate our success. Our journey has reached a suitable conclusion, friend. A long rest is in order for all of us. Perhaps I can convince Curate Gadain to join me in exploring Apocrypha. I would like that. As for you and me, thank you for everything. I am not sure what you mean. I remember our adventures quite clearly. We saved Nirn and Apocrypha from rogue Dremora and a revived Ayleid cult. And do not fear. I shall never forget that we accomplished all that primarily due to your actions. I believe some rest and relaxation are in order. I hope to take Curate Gadain away so we can get to know each other better. The Spear and Tarn can be quite lovely when the tome shells are migrating. A question I had not considered. But the paths I saw were possibilities, not other realities. I asked Mora to return my Gadain. I must believe that he did as I requested. In the end, does it really matter? Gadain has returned. And I am relieved. I should be thanking you. You were Fate's chosen. I was merely along to guide you on your path. But what did you call it? A vacation? I am not sure I have ever had one of those before. Perhaps our paths shall cross again, friend. I hope so.